he runs before the races.
Okay.
All the time.
Well, the races are over. The races are over. I had to wait around for Mark twice today, actually.
Yeah, you should have waited around. It would have been a second, you moron.
Oh, poor Mark.
But why be 1-2 when you can be win by 5?
Well, hey, I don't want to hear excuses, all right, Freddie Jr.?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear excuses.
Right.
So we had a good day. Rage is trying to race with me now. I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
So,
drives about as good as his car as he does.
Yeah, poor Ridge. Poor Ridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm staying over tonight. I told everybody, hey, I'm in Worcester tomorrow, and then it was 3 of our clients said, Anthony, you can go to Worcester if you want, but they don't race till next week. So I texted Jason, and Jason and I are both busy, seeing in the States you can make the online entries over a week in advance. He had entered the horses. Oh, we're racing on Tuesday, but it's next Tuesday. So I am not racing tomorrow. So I rushed down here. I got here an hour before the race. I was right on time. It was pouring rain. Poured rain the entire day here. And we went out race. Now, Austral Hanover raced good. Tailgate buzz, yeah, Mark was right. They both, you know, the track wasn't great today. And it's a kind of a different surface when it pours rain here, right?
Well, it depends. Yeah, it was pretty hard.
It gets hard, yeah.
Hard. They have it screened hard.
So, usually when it rains hard, what you do is screen the track, then the water hits it. Now, depending on how much water it is, it could get really hard, and they got a lot of water here. So, tailgate buzz, how was he trotting, though?
No, he was trotting good.
Yeah, the other guy was, I said to Mark, was a little pacey coming out of the gate. Mark was making fun of me because he almost run at the gate. He did that to me twice this year. He'll come up to the gate fine, and then he'll see something and just spook, like a green trotter. I mean, he's a 2-year-old trotter, but kind of caught me off guard for a second, but he come right up trotting. In the first turn, Timmy was outside second, and I could have doubled him up and dropped him in and come with the horse, but, I mean, I'm worried about keeping him trotting. He feels good, but he doesn't feel like he usually does. Usually he's right on the muscle and he wants to get at it. Today he felt different. And I couldn't tell at that point if it was different okay or if it was different bad, but I knew it was different. So Timmy, immediately when he saw I was filling the hole, was doubling his horse up to get in behind, which only put him in a worse place, so I didn't mind. He doubled his horse up, got him in the 3-hole. I moved to the front. There was some talk that I may have come close to Timmy coming out of the hole. It's false. That never happened. It's
right.
Timmy's.
Timmy moved.
What? Hey, you gotta drive safe.
Yeah.
Like 2 chaperones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I clear to the front. I won. I clear to the front.
Second mistake, and we're now halfway through the first turn.
Whoa, 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 whoa! All right. Well, first off, see how you look at it. Too close to the gate. I've put him on the gate
before.
Move
to the front.
Yes.
Back into me in the third turn.
Second and third turn.
First and second.
No, you gotta drive them to the wire mark. How'd you ever win so many races?
Yeah.
How many wins do you have?
Yeah, it's, almost 7,000.
Almost 7,000 wins.
Yeah, imagine, missed a couple.
You might have won 10,000 races had you driven them to the wire.
I know got hurt.
Do you know where we're going?
No, the hotel.
Fairfield Inn.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where it is. Good.
Wow.
Oh, that's up there?
No, I think it's up here. I mean, I don't know for sure.
Yeah, they said it was just down the street. They said it was beside TGI.
There's a whole bunch of them. Oh, okay, I know where it is.
Oh, you know where it is? Okay, good. So, anyway, market beat. Austral Hanover felt good coming to the half. I got a little breather. I saw Presidente coming. I know he's not going to corner great in the turns. You'll watch him in the corners a little bit. I think there was less watching done than maybe was necessary. And he rolled off. Now, I'm in a great spot. I know Tailgate Buzz might beat me, which is okay. It's a good race. Timmy's horse has already got a little zap taken out of him. He left with him. Mark stung him. He made silly faces with his eyes. Then he had to double him up to get in behind. So it's not likely that Timmy's horse is going to come and get me. He moves him to the outside. We start into the last turn, and yes, I put him in gear because I wanted the horse trotting through the turn. I didn't want to have to start him up in the turn. I just wanted to let him idle through the turn, which I did. On idle. On idle. Anyway, Mark had trouble keeping up. He drove a little bit like a girl. A little bit, and not in a good way. And ended up getting beat.
Well, I would say perspective's everything. My perspective is you messed up at the gate. I had to take care of things to make sure you made the front. Yeah.
Even if I didn't put a step in the gate, that's what was going to take place.
No.
Absolutely it was.
No, I was going to leave.
Why wouldn't you leave? Where were you going to get away? Were you just going to invent a hole?
I was going to drop wherever I dropped. You said he was a one runner.
Yeah, drop in behind me, but I said, I'm going to let you go to the front. I'm going to remove. I know what there should have been a huddle.
I left.
Should have had a huddle.
I left to protect your horse.
Didn't need protecting?
Yes, you did.
Room 203. Where are we at here?
That's what just
anyway.
Put it on the internet. Tell everybody where. All right, keep going.
Do you think that Jason and Freddy Krueger just said, "Whoa, I wonder if we could just find out where Mark McDonald was tonight. We could go and kill him."
Yeah, maybe. Those crazy people like that.
I know. I'm sitting beside one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Austral Hanover was a winner today. Now, Mark just got picked off at the wire for second. Now, my plan originally was to take Tailgate Buzz to the Champlain and then take him back to the Keystone Classic. I mean, it's been a long year for both those colts. I think, as you said, perspective is important. And taking a look at things from those parameters, knowing that Tailgate Buzz been a little flat in the end of it today. I would say the track had a lot to do with it because he was awesome. He was awesome at the Meadows. He was awesome in Philly. It was. Yeah, they were.
Those are good miles.
So, it takes, these horses wear flip-flops. And with the track that hard, you know, that is probably what I felt in Austral Hanover and likely what took place with the other colt on the end of the mile. But a great year for both of those colts.
Your horse runs and he's not wearing drop mount. That's what I'm saying.
What kind of a statement is that?
Well,
that's like saying, well, you'd be walking to the hotel if you didn't have a car. Oh, thank you, tips.
But I'm saying gear. You know, equipment. The horse almost made a little bobble.
Yeah, if you, I'm going to tell you something, and I tell everybody knows that I'm about to say, but you don't know.
I do know.
Austral Hanover. No, it has nothing to do with the race. Austral Hanover was the worst horse. Almost the worst horse out of all our horses training down. He was so bad, I put him in, many people know this, I put him in 2 sales, and at the last minute took him out because he was so bad I thought we would get nothing for him. And I said, well, we're just going to have to double down and, you know, bite our lips. I had him in the mixed sale in Ohio and took him out. And I had him in the sale that we had 5 in the minute at the start of the summer. And again, took him out.
Well,
and then he qualified good.
The worst horse is going to win.
But you have no idea.
Well, just think about that race. Think about that race, though. You won that race. Matt Cayley was second. I was third. Tim Tetrick was fourth. I mean, it's perspective.
I know. You guys are bad. Even good drivers are bad sometimes. But that horse there, he's turned into the sweetest horse to drive.
Yeah, he looked nice. He
is an absolute sweetheart to drive. There's 5 horses or so in our barn where I can tell you I actually enjoy driving those horses. LD's Patrick is one, and I know we got a little history of LD's Patrick. We won't go down that road. I'm just saying.
Is that the one that touched the gate at Yonkers?
That's the one that touched the gate at Yonkers.
Not with me, though.
What?
How's that talking?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
LD's Patrick is one. I enjoy driving the horse. Yeah, I know that you don't train a lot of horses now, but when you, as a driver, you know when the horses are trying. But when you know the horses on a day-to-day basis and know that they are overachieving every time they walk on the track, you got a lot of respect for horses. And at Austral Hanover, do you know where it is? Or did we go by it?
No.
No, it says Fairfield Inn.
Yeah.
Fairfield Inn, you're in room 203. Not twice. So, which
right here
literally is in TGI Fridays.
No, literally, it's around.
We do not have an appointment with TGI Fridays. We have probably nice.
All right, let's not hit the Lincoln in front of us.
Well, we have a braking system.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Do you want me to let you out at the door of the hotel?
You can't go around because this is Fridays.
Oh, that is?
That is right there. You see that?
No, but the canopy.
Whoa. Jesus. Oh my God. You just let me out somewhere.
The canopy is the hotel, though, isn't it?
No, I think it's around the corner, isn't it?
I think you're wrong.
All right. Yeah, no, not the grass.
That's can't go. No, I don't got the wheels for that. No, I have to admit, you're clearly right. There's 2 separate properties.
See a sign that says Fairfield.
Fairfield in that way.
With the arrow.
In fairness, that sign needs to be bigger and a little more easy to see.
Well, I mean, just common sense tells you it's back there.
So, are you just going into a quick shower, or is this going to be a 10-20 minute ordeal?
It's going to be 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
I'm going to hang some stuff up.
Okay, I'm going to get my room then. No big deal. So, first for Austral Hanover today. Patrick DePrano was 4th. Bruce Ranger got away last, drove him great. Of course, yeah, not a lot of people know this, but he stayed in PEI for about a week in the field, and then just went out and raced.
And he took him back. He didn't try and make Fountain 26-1.
I'm not doing that. Although I don't believe the party that you're trying to insult watches the Stable podcast.
You'd be surprised you could send him a video.
Not saying a word.
What? Because I did say he was a 1-runner before he went there.
Whoa, hey, I'm not going down that path either. So Patrick DePrano was 4th. Even Walk on the Moon was 3rd for Stacy and Brett Miller. So very happy with him. We got some horses racing tonight. How the Hell is racing tonight. We bought this trotter named How the Hell. He won James Holman 56 last week. And now Harry said he got shot and his feet are a little sore this week. So they're going to have to make a little adjustment. He's going to wear some toe weights tonight. I'm not a big fan. 10-hole, snake cord to mini bit, and toe weights. Might be some pacey poo. Might be some pacey poo tonight. If the rain pounds Mohawk and that track gets hard, oh my God.
And there's a possibility James could get away 10th.
I don't think there's a possibility. I think there's a distinct likelihood that he'll get away 10th. So, Mark and I are done for the day. We're going to go have a little bite to eat. I'm going to watch a couple of horses race tonight. It was a good day for Austro-Hanover, and it was a good day for Tailgate Buzz, too. Those colts had a great year, had a fantastic year. I think that's probably it for Tailgate. I don't really see the need to keep him around 2-3 weeks and hope that he fits in that. Because, I mean, you put him in the Keystone Classic, and then you get 2 killers in there, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? I kept this colt around for another 3 weeks. He could have been in the field and to race and get his face kicked in. I think we're just going to turn them both out in the field and call it a wrap in 2022. Not a lot of people outside the stable maybe don't pay attention to what we're doing, but Pennsylvania was a huge hit for us this year. We had all those colts, in all those trotting colts in Pennsylvania. We were 2nd in the final, won the consolation, and now won the Stallion Series final.
I think not a lot of people are paying attention to sire stakes everywhere. Are a lot cheaper right now because Kentucky is just kind of figuring out where a lot of the big stables are taking their horses to Kentucky, which has made the sire stakes not just in Pennsylvania,
everywhere
in New York and everywhere a lot cheaper.
That's a good point. You should pay attention to that.
There's 3. We go in New York with divisions of 4 horses. Yeah. 5 horses going for 50, 60,000. A couple of them are just chucks too, like just the average horses. I mean, all the good ones are in Kentucky, and even Kentucky, I've talked to the guys. They've dropped their horses now. I don't think people are paying attention to it that they drop them. So now you got guys in the 2nd level and the 3rd level.
Do you know how that works? Yannick told me.
No, I know. Well, where you made the most money. So if you got 1 check in the top bunch.
No, if you made any points, if you fit the top bunch,
yes, you
have to.
You're in the
so
top
that's
10.
important. And I didn't know this, so we sold the filly that you drove the other night.
I wouldn't even pay attention. Yeah, but if she
Blue Bayou Deal.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking, you know, we're gonna win the C division because she won 2. No, not maybe not. 100% not. She has to go back up to the B,
which is super tough.
And you know what they did though? At first, when Yannick told me this, so a little preface here. So the way that they work the stakes, there's rules to the staking system in Kentucky this year.
Everywhere. There's rules everywhere.
But I mean, Kentucky's different than anywhere else.
It's totally different.
So if you want to start in the A, you start in the A. If you want to move to the B, the C, you can go and do that. But here's the kicker. It doesn't matter how many points you get. So we moved Blue Bayou Deal down into the C. She won. I think she won 3. She definitely won 2. She's in the final of the C. But hold the phone. The way the rule writes is,
she's got to race the B's.
Yes, she's going to have to because 2 of the fillies that are in the top 10 in the B's actually have to go up to the A's. And the reason they did that was they don't want to go with 3-horse finals.
Yeah,
right.
We'll see what you got. You got horses racing for no money. They're racing really tough.
Oh.
And then
52 flat that filly won in the C division the other day.
And now you don't. Now you can't race the final. It's not a layup.
No, there's no layup.
Now you might not even get a check.
No,
and but it's softened the sire stakes programs up all across
everywhere.
The country. Yeah.
So what you're going to see,
and the Wellwood, and the races in 100%. Canada.
The Wellwood's a little softer than I thought it would be.
100%. All the Canadian racers, guys are like don't want to go to Canada. They'd rather race.
For U.S. dollars, they would rather race for 600 in their backyard than race for...
It's easier to ship a stable. The big stables are stabled at the Red Mile. So it's easier to just stay there, race for their money, and not ship them around and kill them.
So I made a video today on my way here explaining, talking about the horse shortage and how if we don't do something, it's going to become an epidemic where... all of a sudden,
shortage everywhere. I mean, you can't get horses.
The Meadowlands didn't fill a card Thursday. I woke up and the reason I made the video was I'm going down the road at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I get a text from 2 racetracks, almost simultaneously.
Yeah, I got them too.
Mohawk said we are extremely, in capital letters, extremely short in all classes. The Meadow said we could use horses, and there was a litany of classes listed that they needed horses
Yonkers was looking for horses too.
So, I mean, if Yonkers is looking for horses, you can see the problem. And this is across the board, and people say, well, where are the horses? Well, one, we had a pandemic. There were less horses bred. But first and foremost, what people have to realize is there's less people looking for horses.
Well,
I've had 5 trainers in the last 2 months, 5 trainers ask us if they could come and work for us.
You're going to see how short the horses are when all the sire stakes are done. Because they've been filling up a lot of the cards.
Oh, yeah.
The A's and stuff. Wait till the sire stakes are done, and you'll really see how short the horses are.
Yeah. Because they're just not present. There's nowhere around. And that's the thing is that...
Well, it's supply and demand. That's why you can't buy
I just said the exact same thing to Kevin.
Yeah.
Supply and demand is that we don't breed enough horses right now because there wasn't a demand before. And that goes in cycles, right? By the time you literally see 3 years ago, it's today.
Yeah, because
we're in for a rough ride over the next 2 years, and people better realize that.
And watch what the yearlings sell for.
I already saw it. So we bought 2 yearlings today.
Yeah.
Now they were low.
Watch the red. Watch the Fezzik tipped it in them.
You don't have to tell me.
Watch what them horses sell for.
But here's the thing, and this is what people know, that the top end horses will sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, but they always do.
Who bought you that coat, by the way? This is not you. You're like Freddie style.
It's Lululemon coat. I bought this myself.
You didn't buy that.
Yes,
no.
I did.
Somebody bought that for you. You have no style. Somebody bought that for you.
I believe I bought this myself.
No, I would bet at least one of my 10 fingers that this was not found, bought, and purchased by you.
Aaliyah might have bought it.
That's more like it. I suspect that's the accurate one. Anyway,
maybe.
I think it's a better chance than maybe.
All right.
Truthfully speaking.
Okay, Freddie, let's land the plane here. I got to go put my stuff in.
Wait, what's your rush? We have a 6:30 thing?
Because I want to hang my stuff up. I wouldn't mind having a shower race in the mud all day.
How long are you going to shower? Are you going to use a toothbrush or?
Yeah, I am actually going to use a toothbrush. So like, the mud, it gets in your mouth and eyes.
See, yeah. I didn't get as much on me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will wrap this up. A little bit of a little bit of a horse shortage. We talked about that this morning. Talked about our horses. Austral Hanover, great. Tailgate Buzz, pretty good. We're going to put both those guys away for the year now. A number of the other horses coming back. Carter Michael Dio is on his way back to Ontario right now for us. Tailgate Buzz, Spitfire Overseas is coming back also. And Taiwan On is coming back to Canada also. She has the Elegant Image. We have the Mohawk Millions. Crantini is going to race in. Carter Michael Dio is going to race in the Champlain. And Spitfire Overseas, we're going to take a look at Spitfire. I meant to talk to you about him. He was just flat yesterday because they scoped with mucus. He did trot in 55, and it's hard to discern the mile and say, was he just outmatched or was there something? Because every time we scoped this horse, there's been mucus.
He trotted fine. You know?
But he was flat. Was he flat?
Yeah, he was done at 5'8".
Yeah, so it was the mucus. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Spitfire, bring him home, probably give him a week just to freshen him up, treat him up, see if he's sharp. If he's still sharp, then he's got some racing left in him. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. But you know what? I had a litany of people message me today, from everybody from what will we do with Spitfire to we need to turn him out right away. And I told everybody in the other video, Spitfire Overseas will tell us what he's going to do next. Not me, not you, not anybody else. But it very likely could mean a field for him. We've had a great year here in Pennsylvania. We want to keep it going with the Ohio finals, the Ontario finals, and then Kentucky. You're going to Kentucky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So it should be a lot of fun. We have a lot of people going to Kentucky. Actually, it'll work out good. Curtis and I
got my Kentucky hat on right now.
That's nice too. That's nice too. I think I could see you buying that, but not the coat.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to Kentucky. Curtis, James. Well, James will be there Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to actually have a show this year, and it's going to be really, really cool for the industry, like a draft feel. I told Curtis I want to have it feel like a draft. We're going to have interviews and talk to people and show the horses we're looking at, show the horses we bought. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of cool things going on this summer. But we're going to dinner. You guys buckle up for Mohawk tonight. We had a great day at the Poconos. Take care.